Pantau Kuasa is IDEA's web platform for educating the public on the importance of good governance in federal statutory bodies and government-linked companies, GLCs. Through simple but in-depth content, we aim to make the level of political influence in this sector visible to everyone in the public, so that everyone can see what is the level of political influence there. So this year, I'm glad to announce that on top of the data that we have had for federal statutory bodies, political appointments there, we are also including a new data set on GLC political appointments. So IDEAS has long advocated for governance reforms of the public sector, and to ensure that these entities achieve their policy objectives rather than getting diverted for political interests. And we hope to see these three things. One, regulatory reform to strengthen governance standards, and this would include like standards for prevention of conflict of interest, declaring the conflict of interest publicly, an institutionalized procedure for board appointments, mandatory publishing of annual reports. Secondly, independent or non-partisan vetting and selection process for appointments to the boards of public sector entities, and stronger parliamentary oversight for public sector performance. Altogether, these reforms would aim to professionalize public sector entities and prevent political interference while strengthening oversight. So as Chuck has shared, this is a monitoring exercise, and it's for the public right now to make that judgment. You can go in and look and see for yourself. We don't make that judgment on individuals. We are just monitoring. What we would recommend is that the government put in place soon the law governing statutory bodies and GLCs that it says it wants to put in place, which should include qualifying and disqualifying criteria. Some of the statutory bodies have minimal criteria in the acts, but right now these are not like standardized, and it's still quite a lot of discretionary appointments can happen through the minister's right to appoint, right, the chair or the director to an open position. So that's what we would like to avoid, to ensure that there is a transparent appointment process. Over 1,800 GLCs and over 100 statutory bodies. Even for Parliament, it would be quite a burden to look at every single appointment. So we would recommend that there's a central coordinating entity that follows a due process for vetting. Where Parliament could have oversight would be in very critical appointments, say the chairpersons of large statutory bodies, right? Like the ones that we mentioned that are now in trouble, like Tabung Haji, Felda. These are of very high public interest. So maybe the Parliament could have a role through a select committee to scrutinize such appointments before they are made. So it could be a specific list of high-level public interest GLCs and FSBs.